A man seeking revenge against his noisy neighbors built a system that blocks loud music whenever it detects the neighbors play loud music. And it responds by triggering a CD player that plays Who Let the Dogs Out by the Bahamen. The system periodically stops and listens if the neighbors have ceased playing their music. If they don't stop, the system blasts them with another dose of the Bahamen. It's time to shut out the Bahamen and let in the Ahamen because scientists have created a revolutionary window that cancels out noise while fully open. Today, we'll look at noise canceling windows, which stay open without letting noise into the room, and how they can improve the reduction of noise pollution, which affects our health and our beauty sleep. New Scientist, July 11, 2020, addresses that people living in cities with warm climate face a problem during summer months. Opening the window for ventilation means letting in traffic sounds. However, a noise canceling device could solve this dilemma. First, we'll turn the volume down to hear the motivation behind reducing noise pollution. Second, we'll slide open our minds to understand the process of noise canceling windows. And finally, we'll vent about the future of noise canceling windows and how they'll improve our lives. Before we discuss how noise canceling windows work, we need to understand the motivation behind reducing noise pollution, which is first, to help the populations mostly affected by it, and second, to reduce the negative impact it has on human health. The Environmental Protection Agency, December 7, 2020, explains noise pollution is any unwanted or disturbing sound that interferes with normal activities, such as sleeping or conversation, and it can disrupt or diminish one's quality of life. The World Health Organization, March 5, 2020, reveals the lives of 113 million people are adversely affected by noise pollution. And that is from road traffic alone, which is often above 55 decibels, the threshold where sound becomes harmful. Low-income areas suffer the most. As the National Transportation Noise Map, November 18, 2020, uncovers neighborhoods with median annual incomes below $25,000 were nearly 2 decibels louder than neighborhoods with incomes above $100,000. Just to be clear, a 2 decibel increase is 66% louder. Ian Nichols, neighbor to noisy Gemma Walker, sent her to court, reporting, when she moved in, our life was made hell. There was yelling and brawling day and night, loud music and sex noises. Our son had to move out because he wasn't getting any sleep. Opening the windows should be for fresh air, not for hearing your neighbor's business. And while this is annoying, The Guardian, March 15, 2020, reveals it gets worse as physical and mental illness, higher levels of heart disease, stress, sleeplessness, and even death occur. BBC News, September 8, 2020, laments in the EU annually, noise pollution is a significant factor in 12,000 pollution-related deaths, a price no one should have to pay. Noise pollution is deadly. Thankfully, scientists have created noise-canceling windows to reduce its impact. Let's explore this new technology by getting to know the inventors, how it works, and the impressive results. The system was started by a squad of surprisingly well-rested scientists, including Masaharu Nishimura, who came up with the basic concept, and Dr. Van Lam, an acoustical engineer and researcher at Nanyang Technological University in Singapore. Dr. Van Lam confesses to New York Times, July 11, 2020, in places like Singapore, we want to keep the windows open. But the constant din from city traffic, trains, jets passing overhead, and construction can rattle apartments. Thankfully, their anti-noise window system can be placed in a window to reduce incoming sounds by 10 decibels. That is the equivalent of shutting a window and finally shutting up your neighbors too. It might seem like a fantasy. However, noise canceling windows work similarly to the technology in noise canceling headphones, but on a much larger scale. The researchers used 24 small loudspeakers and fixed them to the security grills of a normal window in Singapore. They programmed them to emit sounds at the same frequency of noise detected by a sensor placed outside of the window, outlines JDA Solutions, March 24, 2020. Finally, the speakers emit anti-sound waves, canceling out the unwanted noise. If you sit in the room, you get that same feeling, like when you flick on the switch of noise-canceling headphones. Dr. Lam remarked to Futurism, July 13, 2020. These windows are basically headphones for your entire apartment. Researchers are continually advancing noise-canceling windows before they can become available worldwide. Nanyang Technological University, November 11, 2020, highlights they are now developing the technology further by improving its noise cancellation efficiency, making them smaller and more cost-effective to produce. These windows are the key to a quiet future devoid of noise pollution that can cause stress, sleeplessness, heart disease, and even death. Because after all, with these windows, falling sound asleep will be so easy. We can even do it with our eyes closed. As exciting as this terrific technology sounds, or doesn't sound, noise cancel windows have caused debate over their future. Let's discuss the challenges that need to be addressed in order for this product to benefit the world. Lower class communities in America struggle to afford basic needs, such as food and rent. And this was before massive job loss due to COVID. Clearly, noise canceling windows could be an unobtainable luxury. Scientific American, July 21st, 2020, discloses the device is just a prototype. It's still ridiculously expensive to produce. Although prices for these windows have yet to be specified, House Logic, March 15th, 2020, compares them to normal soundproofing windows, which can cost closer to $10,000 per window. And that's without installation, an alarming number that most working class families could not afford. Windows can be a pain, but hear me out. There is a bright future ahead because efforts to expand the product worldwide are advancing quicker than expected. Independent, July 9th, 2020, exclaims the NTU researchers are currently working with government agencies to further develop noise-canceling windows and make them available for residential purchases. The Guardian, March 5th, 2020, confirms the system could enter production in 5 to 10 years. This is great news because the world is finally ready to rest in peace. Wait, no, not like that. First, we tuned in to hear the motivation behind reducing noise pollution. Second, we cracked open our minds to understand the process of noise canceling windows. And finally, we addressed the challenges and overcame them to get a breath of fresh air in the future. Noise canceling windows may be the next device to turn a deaf ear to noise pollution. So remember, next time you find yourself annoyed at your noisy neighbors, don't retaliate and blast loud music at them. Instead, sleep on it because noise canceling windows will help you get the shut-eye you deserve.